What is up, guys? Skyler here. Today we're doing Jim Henson versus Stan Lee. Leave a sub if you're new here. We're on the road to 1,000. We're averaging like 20-30 subs a day, so we may actually hit it by the end of the week. Okay, before we get into the battle, I want to say a couple of people are asking me, like, how do I know so many references, or how am I so involved with so many subjects? Like when it came to this battle, and I do it from some other battles, if the characters are I don't know too much about, I will watch a documentary or a movie in which they are from. For example, Hannibal Lecter, I did watch some movies where he was from because I didn't really have good memory of it. And Jim Henson, I actually watched a documentary about him yesterday. That's why I try to have a space in between every day I upload, just so I can get familiar with the characters if need be, without looking at the video itself. You know, that's why I do miss lines here or there, but let's jump straight into it. See, Jim Henson was pretty, like, laid back, so I'm interested to see this angle they're going to play.
Greetings, heroes. Stan Lee's here to battle. It's the mind behind the Hulk against the geek beneath the flag. I'm just...
I like this, like, his flow and how, like, it seems so like old man-esque. Like it seems like senior time on the beat. like just listen to his flow. Like,
heroes, Stan Lee's here to battle. It's the mind behind the Hulk against the geek beneath the flag. I'm just
okay. But let's break it down. So I really like the intro. Greetings, hero. That's from, you know, the whole comic book reference. I really like the intro ERB does to characters sometimes, rather that be through the title screen itself, like Tolkien taking off the ring, or Biden having the mask on and things like that. Like some of the cool stuff they do is right at the beginning. Like the greetings hero stuff was super cool, and then the mind behind the Hulk against the geek between beneath the Fraggles. I completely forgot about the Fraggles. The Fraggle Rock, the geek beneath the rock. So the Fraggles rock, I completely forgot about them. Just cool start. Okay, let's get into it.
Greetings, heroes. Stan Lee's here to battle. It's the mind behind the Hulk against the geek beneath the flag. I'm just your friendly neighborhood writer man with a secret
Spider-Man
identity
reference.
of a super MC whose raps are as dark as my shade. You're squealing like...
Oh my god, I hate Beaker, dude. Sorry if I'm pausing it too much. We do break things down, but I am pausing a little bit too much. Beaker going me. I hate Beaker, dude. He's the most annoying character known to man. I know you guys disrespect Jar Jar Binks, but Beaker beats Jar Jar. I gotta say it. But I do like the whole the identity as a super MC. I do like that because Stan Lee appears in a lot of his movies as just some unknown person, but he's linked. People speculate how he's linked with all of these worlds and, you know, places and things like that. You know, his secret identity. I like that. That's super cool, that reference and stuff like that. All right, so let's play.
Geek beneath the flag. I'm just your friendly neighborhood writer man with a secret identity of a super MC whose raps are as dark as my shade. You're squealing like... You're in trouble.
Thank you, Alex Gray, for the comment. I just see it.
Heck, that face on your neck ain't sexy. One pot sweetums, the other pot skexy. Step up to Lee and you get your butt kicked. Your Muppet Snuffleupagus stuff is butt kiss.
I do, okay. I don't know. I just showed you guys a comment. I know you guys can't really see it because of green screen. I do see all of your comments. I get a notification every comment. So I do see them all and read them all. But right here off the bat, the Sweetums reference, the big green hairy ass thing with the orange nose, and then Skeksis, that pterodactyl ugly ass bird, and the worst thing of them all, worse than Beaker on looks, this damn Snuffleupagus, dude. That's the most terrifying thing known to man. I'm an adult and I don't want to be anywhere near that damn thing. As a kid, that shit's probably terrifying. I didn't watch the Muppets as a kid too much, but the Snuffleupagus is terrifying, and you can't convince me otherwise. Like, that's some shit I'd see in my worst nightmares. But okay, let's get into this. So, you know, he's talking about his facial hair and stuff like that, with the whole hairy and how he looks and things like that. That's simple, you know, talking about his looks. But the whole, I really like this reference. Your beard needs a little bit of snicked, and the Wolverine blades coming out, that's the noise it makes, or not the noise it makes, but the visual noise it makes in the comic book. So cool. But yeah, let's keep going into it.
You're in trouble now, Jimmy. You dirty old hippie. Your beard needs a little bit of snip, damn skippy. Heck, that face on your neck ain't sexy. Your one pot sweetums, the other pot skexy. Step up to Lee and you get your butt kicked. Your Muppet Snuffleupagus stuff is butt kiss.
Terrifying.
For Rigno and the comics code. So keep your Frog the Pig show moving right along down the road.
I'm glad you got that.
The movie references at the end, along the road, down the road type stuff, but I really like this part. I broke Frigno the first Hulk. He kind of broke him into the acting scene. That's the reference there. But
Rigno and
the comics code, man, the CCA, that was the whole situation where they wanted to. There was a big drug abuse issue, so the company behind it didn't really want to let investigators go in and release stories. So he broke that in the sense. I like that because he left. They ended up leaving the organization, so that's really cool.
Kiss. I broke for Rigno and the comics code. So keep your Frog and Pig show moving right along down the road.
I'm glad you got
Moving
that.
right along.
That anger can clutter your mind, but you're a creative man, Stanley. Yeah. So let's just leave it behind, because I can sense your tension once the verbal fencing starts commencing.
Ooh, Jim Henson's flow right there. Seeing your time on the beat. Jim Henson wasn't. He's pretty young in this, because he died pretty. He wasn't early, but he was only like 40 or 50. And he wouldn't really have gray hairs. He had a full set of nice hair and beard. So, they have that visual representation of him. But this whole, Jim Henson's a pretty laid back guy. Like, when I did my research and stuff on him, he wasn't really involved in any scandals or anything like that, which is pretty crazy. He wasn't aggressive. He was really laid back, calm, chilled, and things like that. So it makes sense that he's like taking this passive approach. But this whole, I'm wondering if he's referencing, let's go right here.
So let's just leave it behind, because I can sense your tension once the verbal fencing starts.
I can sense your tension once the verbal fencing starts commencing. That flow right there is real nice. But I wonder if he's meaning like string tension within like a puppet. So he's like playing that puppet angle. I wonder if that's the reference there. I could be stretching. But, dude, his flow, old man hours on the beat, I like it.
Yeah. So let's just leave it behind.
And Kermit chiming in.
Once the verbal fencing starts commencing, there is no defense against the dents Jim Henson is dispensing. And
Talk to him.
I'll all your strings like you're a puppet in suspension. Call your superhero friends in. Yeah, because you're going to need a vengeance.
Kermit coming in, throwing him under the bus, dude. The whole dynamic with him and Kermit, the tag teaming type shit, I like it. So, you're going to need a vengeance. We know that. We know where that's from. But like I said, I was talking about that angle with the strings and puppet, and he even says it right here. I'm clenching all your strings like you're a puppet in suspension. I like that, and that's what I was thinking he was talking about. But he's really drawing the point here. But dude, double teaming isn't really fair, man. I gotta say, if Kermit is dropping the punchlines within the bars, it's gonna hit so much harder. That's the performance value.
Against the dents Jim Henson is dispensing. And I'll clench all your strings like you're a puppet in suspension.
Talk to
Call
him.
your superhero friends in. Yeah, because you're going to need a vengeance. Let me mention, I'm impressed by all the vision that it took for you to sign your name on all of Jack Kirby's comic books.
Oh my god, dude. Jim Henson, the peaceful guy, coming in with some disrespectful lines. Jack Kirby, rest in peace, Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby was a famous co-writer with the helps of Stan Lee. It was kind of called like the Marvel method, where Stan Lee would have an idea, this rough draft with how he wanted things to play out in a story, not an exact strip, just like an idea for it. And what he'd do is he'd pass it along to other writers like Jack Kirby, and Jack Kirby and the other writers would flesh it out. And that's just kind of how it went. But it's been a big dispute over the years, or not over years. It's been settled now, unfortunately, where the intellectual property or royalties come in, because Jack Kirby felt like he should have got royalties, and he actually sued Stan Lee and the Marvel Universe. And what happened was, it started off, they offered Kirby a settlement. Kirby did not accept and lost the case, actually. So he got nothing. It was actually worse if he would have just taken the settlement. But so it's been a big dispute and stuff like that. And how much did Stan Lee really do? You know, no one knows. And sadly, both of these gentlemen are dead. This battle came out in 2015. Stan Lee died 2018, 2019. So I may be wrong. Maybe it was earlier than that. But you know, these people are dead, sadly, so far. Jack Kirby, Jim Henson, Stan Lee. You know, it's a sad time.
Jack Kirby's comic books.
And that was disrespectful.
Nice try, Frogman,
Oh
but
my
Jack-
god, I just realized the BM Kermit did. He laughed. Look at his little laugh too. That's disrespectful. Mad disrespectful.
Your name on all of Jack Kirby's comic books.
Nice try, Frogman, but Jack
Frogman,
was a friend of mine.
Spider-Man.
Swift, that was a low blow. He did his own thing, and now you've made it clobbering time.
I like the whole splunk, the whole lines coming in through the comic book in the background. I probably will miss a couple of those, but the whole, he did his own thing. It was a low blow because, you know, Jack Kirby did die and they were good friends. You know, Jack Kirby did leave Marvel most of the time with how the company treated him, but I don't really, you know, he still did like Stan Lee as a friend, but you know, he did his own thing, and now it's clobbering time. The Thing was a Jack Kirby character. It was Jack Kirby made, but it's clobbering time is his line, the Thing's line from the Fantastic Four. So that was sick. He brings them up and out. I like that.
Was a friend of mine. Swift, that was a low blow. He did his own thing, and now you've made it clobbering time. You taught children to count and spell. Then you taught your own kids how to drop your wife harder than you flopped on SNL. I'm telling you, Henson, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I'm a marvel of a party pooper. I'll snap your turtleneck like a doozer stick and put you out to pasture like Mr. Hooper.
Oof. 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 That was rough, dude. Okay, so the whole angle when it came to him and his wife, Stan Lee was happily, I'm pretty sure he was married to his wife throughout his whole life. Not his whole life, but, you know, he didn't divorce her. While Jim Henson divorced his wife after like 20 years. And I don't know the whole kid custody type thing, but I know they did make amends. It wasn't like a big bad fight or anything like that. They did make amends. But the whole you flopped hard on SNL because Jim Henson, his first appearance on SNL, where he had like a skit all playing out and stuff like that, and ended up it didn't go too well. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. So, you know, it just wasn't really, it just was meh. Snap your turtleneck, because Jim Henson was known to wear a lot of turtlenecks. You can even see it in the video that they're portraying him as. So that's really cool. And Mr. Hooper, we all know Mr. Hooper from Hooper's Shop. But yeah, this is really cool. It was real cool.
Your wife harder than you flopped on SNL. I'm telling you, Henson, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Bruce
I'm a
Banner
marvel of a party
reference.
pooper.
I like that.
I'll snap your turtleneck like a doozer stick and put you out to pasture like Mr. Hooper.
Doozer
I'm
stick.
sorry, Jim. Sometimes I can't control my rage. Honestly, there's a lot of things that you can't control at my age. But the truth is, I miss you. You were gone too soon. You were like watching a beautiful sunset at noon.
Oh, Stan, don't.
That was nice. That was nice. These people should have respect to each other. You know, with it came to Jim Henson, he wasn't, I would definitely say, a big influence to people and, you know, a role model because of how, you know, passive, and he wasn't involved in anything crazy. He was a big role model. And Stan Lee, you know, definitely inspiring hundreds of people, thousands with his heroes and things like that. So these are people that would have respect for each other in my eyes. So it's really cool. And yeah, Jim Henson did die early, so, you know, it sucks.
Beautiful sunset.
Those people brighten up days for sure.
Oh, Stan, don't be sad. We all have a time
Alright,
to
Jim
go.
Henson's gonna be peaceful.
Most of the internet thought that you died 12 years ago. But the
Oh
truth will always
my
be fantastic.
God.
Hope will always be incredible. The words you wove within the hearts of heroes are indelible. There is
Dude, that was mad disrespectful. That was mad I thought for sure Jim Henson would be nice, and he was nice, but look, most internet thought you died 12 years ago.
internet thought that you died 12 years ago.
Oh my
But the
God,
truth will always be
disrespectful.
fantastic. Hope will always be incredible. The words you wove within the hearts of heroes are indelible. There is no beef between us. We're two minds of the same kind. And there is no man who could ever muck with what we've left behind.
I rock the mic
Oh
properly.
no.
Turning profits
Oh
outside the
my God, Disney. I forgot Disney owned both of them. I knew they owned Stan Lee's IP, but I forgot they owned the Muppets. They bought Marvel for how much? Like billions, a couple billion. Okay, but here's the boy right here. I can tell by his face, dude. Zach is such a great character. He does really well in these battles, so I already know he's gonna put in some work. You know, his Alexander the Great performance was amazing. And who else did he play? I know it was in Edgar Allan Poe versus who? Who was the other person in that he played? I can't remember off the top of my back. Stephen King. Stephen King. You know, good performance there. He's gonna kill it.
Turning profits, I got the key. I'm the juggernaut of
The Juggernaut villain from Marvel.
Lord of your intellectual property. So get back to work. That's my time you're wasting. I didn't buy you for billions so you could play around debating. You belong to Disney, which means you stay busy cranking out magic and assembly line whimsy.
Dude, this is so sick. They're paying Disney to be the supervillain within it. And, you know, depending on your ideals towards Disney, it's very possible that could be the case. One thing I do like here is the ironic behavior in his line. Cranking out magic through the assembly line whimsy. You know, magic is in creative magic. You know, when you think of Disney movies, they're creative and magical and all this stuff. You know, how creative and magical is an assembly line? You know, assembly lines cut and dry, make this a certain way thousands of times, you know. So I like this whole supervillain idea behind it. It's super cool. And this whole angle is really cool. Landlord intellectual property.
That's my time you're wasting. I didn't buy you for billions so you could play around debating. You belong to Disney, which means you stay busy cranking out magic and assembly line whimsy. Artists begging me to stop. I won't let 'em. Labor conditions in my shop. I don't sweat 'em.
Mad disrespectful. Sweatshop, but could also mean the sweat box, the like area in which the artists were drawing. You know, but the whole, you know, labor conditions, I like that, dude. I won't sweat them. That was hard. So there was actually a ton of strikes at the time, where artists, especially the artists behind the books, would you know, argue and things like that and protest because they would work like 12 hours a day, which, you know, can be crazy in some eyes. And, you know, for how much they're being paid, I don't really know the whole logistics behind it all, but it's super cool. And he's just mad disrespectful being the enemy, and it's working very well. I really like this.
Artists begging me to stop. I won't let 'em. Labor conditions in my shop. I don't sweat 'em. I'm powerful enough to make a mouse gigantic. With only 3 circles, I dominate the planet. Clearly, there's nobody near me. I'm owning this battle. In fact, I own this whole series. So
Pause. Is ERB owned by Disney? I thought they were independent. How long? This was 5 years ago. Maybe something's changed since then. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm actually very interested on that. I may actually look it up after this just to be sure. I thought ERB was an independent organization. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're owned by Disney, or maybe something changed. Yeah, but let me know. I like how his lines aren't very complex. Like, there's of course a couple bars here, but they're just in your face, super disrespectful. He's just big boy in both of them, which is true. You know, when you're the big boy, the big player, that's your angle, and you have that right in a battle to just be mad disrespectful and big boy him. You know, he's smoking him right now.
I'm owning this battle.
You are.
In fact, I own this whole series. So hop on my steamboat, boys. But don't rock it. I'll put a smile on your face and green in your pocket. You'll be safe and insured when you're under my employ. Now look at it. Gaze upon my empire of joy.
They have all the the series they own and things like that going by. And then I like how Disney's like the happiest place on earth, but you can see, you know, the whole disrespectful angle going on here But dude, super cool. Okay, let's go back. That's
And green in your pocket. You'll be safe and insured when you're under my employ.
You will be.
Now look at it. Gaze upon my empire of joy.
Dude, that was rough right there. That was so cool, though. Super cool, super cool. If you're new here, drop a sub. We're on the road to 1,000. Leave a comment down below with the questions I had, especially the whole ERB being independent. This was such a cool angle. I gotta say, Disney won that one. Disney's lines weren't super complex, but they're in your face, so direct, and it was so cool. Yeah, but thank you all for coming by, and I'm gonna upload this, and we're just going straight into it. Oh, one thing I wanted to say before we stop. I recorded Michael Jordan versus Ali. That will be being uploaded on the week I am gone as well. So we have that and the Western versus Eastern philosopher. Those are the 2 videos I have recorded so far for when I'm gone. But yeah, see you guys later.